Hi everyone, I'm Tracy Lopez and this is my friend Ann, and we think it's really important to have technology in our classrooms, and Ann is going to show us a really great piece of technology that she uses every day in her classroom, and it's called a Smartboard.
Hi. Okay, I'm just going to show you the basics, a few of the buttons that we use. Right now it's similar to Word, it's just a blank screen and you can type it from the keyboard, or you can actually do it here on the Smartboard itself. The first thing I wanted to show you is just writing on here, and we can do that via the keyboard. We've got a keyboard here and you can just start typing words. Okay, so what I would do is I type it over here on the keyboard. And once I have something written there, it's just like Word where I can make it a bigger size, change the color. What you can also do with this is what I need to do is I need to check, make sure I oriented it, so that the connection between the Smartboard and the computer is in sync, and I did do that, and you should always do that before you start. Okay, so what I have here is if you right click on it, you can do things like flip it around, flip it back and forth, or what you can do is you can lock it in place so that you can't move it. So if you wanted to write a word problem and have kids write under it, and they moved it somehow, it wouldn't mess up your problem. See that I can move it around. Another thing is, instead of using the keyboard, you can choose different colors, and the kids love that. It just gets them interested in.
I don't get to use this very often because I don't have one, so Ann was just letting me play before we started, and I've just been, messing around with it, and it's really fun.
Now, I would say, you know what, I don't like that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase it. Now, you could erase it, every single little piece like that, or the kids love it, and it instantly disappears. The other thing is it's got the different font colors, highlighters too. It's got different fun, I don't know what you want to call it, colors, but they're images as well. So here we've got a smiley face, different ways like that. We've also got, this is great for math. I use a lot of these as the rays and line segments during the geometry unit. Again, there's other images that you can use, and it just gets the kids, they're drawn to the different, as opposed to on a Smartboard, as opposed to on the dry erase board, where it's, you get your different colors, but this, it just grabs their attention. So let's say I grab this to create an angle for geometry. So right now those are two images, but if I wanted to, see, right now I can move each one, but for geometry, I want to make it as one object. So what I'll do is I'll put them together, move this over here. And if I ask the kids for geometry and I say, let's get a protractor, Tracy can click on the picture icon. And what's nice about Smartboard is they've got tons of pictures already collected for educators to use, for students to use. She could type in protractor right in there. And we'll just get the, yeah, type in protractor. And I type in protractor.
Okay.
And then click on the magnifying glass. And here they've got different options. We could just choose a picture. But what's nice, it's got interactive images as well. So Tracy could choose the full circle protractor or the half.
How about the half?
And what you do is you
Like
just
drag
drag it over, and now you got it. Now you've got the image there. The protractor is a little bit small for the image, so you can just make it bigger and just drag it. Drag it. Yep, wherever you want to put it.
Oh, very cool.
And then you can actually show the children, because reading the protractor is so difficult, the first time using it, they can actually visually see it. So yeah, so that's
very cool.
That's it. Yeah.
Can you show me maybe a reading lesson that you could do?
Sure. Okay, so here's a reading lesson, and part of it's a game and part of it's review. So this was a game, and I downloaded this right from Smart Exchange, which is associated with Smart Notebook, the program. And someone had created a game using vocabulary, and it's a clue. And what the kids have to do is, I just modified it to my reading story, the Basil Reason story. So you just press on the clue, and the kids have to think of a vocab word that makes that definition.
That's the start of the skill, so then I can close that.
And it's kind of like,
So I can pick a letter.
yeah.
Okay.
And if you've got your volume up, and then I say, well,
letters.
yeah, and I say, well, what's the clue again? So I click back on it. And it's already skill. So the object is to get the tomato to hit the guy.
Okay, I
Start
keep
the skill.
going.
Yep, start the skill.
Oh. Yay, I got it.
And then they get it. So I've done, I don't know, there's probably 10 vocab words. So we just keep going, and if they get really stuck, they get a chance to buy the letters. So that's part of the first vocab lesson. Then there's where they get to see the vocabulary words in text. And I use the shade option, which is up here. And usually it begins up here, but when I use the lesson, I want them to read the directions right away. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to have Tracy go ahead and take the shade down just a few lines down until she sees a box. And that's telling the students there's a vocab word that we just learned about. What's the best one that goes in there?
Okay, so last year we went on a field trip to the airport. The airport near our school is named the Amelia Earhart Airport because it is blank to the memory of the famous woman pilot.
So I make sure I put all the vocab words, because there were a lot that we reviewed prior in this lesson here. So they can't remember all of them, so I just make sure I list them up. And then what they need to do is figure out which one's the best word.
So I would say dedicated.
Okay.
And then do I touch this?
Yep, and you move it up.
Oh, and I was right. Oh, I can move it up.
Yep.
Sorry. I'm still learning. Does that go back or no? Oh, it takes it away.
And then
Okay.
the next student would just take their turn and move it down until they saw the next box. And they would need to figure it out. And we probably would also cross out the word. So you said dedicated, so we could cross that off.
Okay, very cool.
Okay.
Anything else?
Math.
Math, okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's really neat.
So it's to give a group of kids a chance to come up to the board and
It's very hands-on and intuitive
yes,
for
they
them.
love it.
All right, math, my
Okay,
favorite.
math. Okay, so this is one math lesson. I did not create it, but
So
the
this
kids
came from the what's it called?
Smart Exchange, which a lot of teachers throw their lessons that they've created for anyone to use, and they can change it to however the needs of the children, which is really nice because you can spend hours creating one lesson, where as opposed to finding one that somebody created and all you need to do is make a few changes and then you're done.
Okay.
Okay, so right now you're seeing it in the edit mode, so I just want to see it in the full screen so the kids just pay attention to this. So the object of the game is we just learned types of angles, and this is more of a game, and if they press on the wrong one, it makes a noise, and if they press the right one, it makes a happy noise.
Okay, so I'm going to say that.
Press it.
Press it again.
Jane!
Okay.
So straight's on. Jane!
Oh no, I don't know my angles. No?
Jane! So this is it.
Correctamundo.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Correctamundo.
So then
Okay.
we would talk about, well, why is it not a right angle? Well, because it's more than 90 degrees. And then that's what this lesson, there's just a bunch of similar.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for me.
Sometimes it's,
Correctamundo.
there you go.
goes,
So,
okay.
so the SmartBoard's sensitive, but there's just so many things that you can do with this.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah. What's nice about SmartBoard that you can't do on a dry erase board, you can always go back to questions that you've done. Or let's say we're in the reading lesson and for some reason they couldn't get the word error for whatever reason. Well, let's go back. Let's go through the words and let's find the definition again.
Okay.
And let's review it, and then let's go back again. So going back and forth is really nice in SmartBoard.
So everything is grouped over here that you've already done.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And there's a whole bunch of other things. You know, there's the split screen. So for example, let's say we wanted to do something else, or let's say we wanted to write the definition of dedicated. And I had the kids write it in their reading journal. Well, what does dedicated really mean? What does it mean based on how it's being used in the text?
Okay.
You know, you're committed to the goal, or whatever definition the kids come up with.
Okay. So then could you save your notes?
Yep, you can
Okay.
save your notes. What's nice is if the child is not here, I can print it out, and then they've got it for the next day.
All right.
Or let's say we only got through half of the vocabulary words.
Okay.
We can come back to it tomorrow and save it the way it is, and we can continue the lesson.
All
So
right.
it's really nice.
Well, that's very nice. Anything else that you might want to add, or?
The kids just love using the SmartBoard. I mean, the kids that aren't as engaged and are just always in the book or always in the notebook, they're just not into it. But when you throw it as a game, you know, a game of some sort, or videos can be thrown onto here,
Okay.
and it's great. It's awesome. The kids love it.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Ann. I think that this is actually a very worthwhile investment in the classroom.
Yep.
Like you say, everyone is engaged and participating. You can save all of your material. If someone is sick, you can pull it up the next day or print it out for them. So thank you for spending time talking about this. I know you're trying to get ready to start class next week, and I appreciate you taking time out.
Welcome.
All right.
Where did all these smart girls come from?